Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. We're back again with another action figure review. In this episode, we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends series. This one is the Guardians of the Galaxy edition, Marvel's Death's Head 2. So technically this one is from the Mantis Build-A-Figure set, but this particular figure does not come with any of the pieces for the Mantis figure, so it's really kind of just a side figure. So you don't need this one to actually build the actual Build-A-Figure figure. Saying that a lot here. But this particular figure is a really awesome character, and that's actually why I picked it up, because I always loved this character from the actual comic series. He actually had his own mini-series for a little while. I think it was like a 4-issue mini-series when they kind of went into his background and everything, and his origin story. It was a pretty interesting story. They had like this future Avengers that had Spider-Man and Punisher and Captain America all fighting alongside one another. So it was a really cool series. You should go check that out if you've not seen it. But this is the figure, not the comic series, so let's take a look at this thing. Comes packaged pretty much like all the Marvel Legends series does. Nice window box, a little bit of art on the sides, standard copyright information-y stuff on the bottom, and then you get the back side, which has the kind of glamour shot, and the Build-A-Figure stuff at the bottom with the other figures from the wave. Again, this figure does not come with anything for Mantis, so there's no little number over here, so that's kind of what that is about. Let's go ahead and open this guy up here. Small piece of tape over here on the side, and we just kind of pop it open. At one time I was doing these as kind of keeping them in the box, but you know, I don't really have room for all that as storage, so that's why I've been opening all these things, and plus it makes cool videos for y'all, so slide that out, and then the package is good to go or whatever. They come in this just nice lift away kind of thing, and you get this cool background thing if you want to do something with that at some point. The nice Guardians logo there on the side, so set that to the side. I don't think we have any tape or anything holding this guy in, so he should come out pretty easy. Gonna be noisy, but there we go. And we have one accessory, which is the alternate hand for this guy. So not a whole lot in terms of accessorizing. Let's go ahead and zoom in here though, and take a look at this thing a little bit closer. If I can get it to go in frame. There we go. Pretty nice. Slightly shifting on me. Weird setup here. Springs are a bit wonky. Anyway, so here is the actual figure. It's a very cool looking figure. It's very faithful to the actual comic series. The blue color is a little bit weird. I think he was mostly more silver in the comic, but it still looks really nice. It does actually have kind of a metallic sheen going on in a couple of these spots, so the top half of his body and the lower half has this weird metallic-y color going on, so that's very cool and interesting. Articulation wise, let's see, let's start here. The head does spin basically it would spin 360. His cool braid hair thing there actually does limit his side to side movement, so he can't spin all the way around, but as you can see here, he can look all the way to that side, all the way to that side, and he is limited on his up motion for the head, but he can look down. He can slightly turn his head left and right, or cock his head to one side. So the hair does definitely kind of get in the way, but not too big a deal. Standard ball and swivel at the shoulder joints. These things are always a little sticky out of the box. Swivel joint at the top of the bicep here. There we go, all the way around. He has a single elbow joint Again, this thing's a little sticky, but single elbow joint. Then he's got a swivel and that cool rocker on his wrist, so it can go all which ways around. Does have the ab crunch chest feature there. Pretty good motion there, all the way down like so, all the way up like so. And that's kind of the way he came packaged, was like up like that, and I don't really like that, but it looks really good like that. He also has the standard waist twist. He's got this kind of halfway molded belt thing here, but it doesn't actually get in the way of anything. Then standard kind of plasticky T-hooks at the waist and hips. Mostly full range of motion there. It does have the swivel joint at the top of the thigh. Does have a double knee joint and that weird half rocker swivelly thing at the ankle. So all in all, pretty good articulation here. Nothing to complain about whatsoever. He does have these cool spiky bits on the side here, and his cool cannon arm over here. So essentially he could morph his hand into kind of any kind of configuration he wanted to in the comic series. So he chose this like weird cannon-y thing with all these spikes and stuff on it. It's all one piece here. It does kind of look like it's two pieces, but it is a single piece there. And it's not articulated, so you can't actually rotate it around. So you're kind of stuck with the bicep being your most mobile piece there. So all in all, not bad at all. The accessory piece here is just the alternate hand. It's kind of the open fist, so he can hold another weapon or a gun, or he can just point at people. To pop this thing off, you just kind of grab a hold of it and yank on it while you twist a little bit. A lot. There we go. Pops out. It's got this nice little peg system in it. You just kind of peg it back in place there. And there you go. You've got this cool alternate hand where he's pointing, "I want you for the Guardians of the Galaxy." I don't think he actually sounds like that, but you get the idea. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little touch here. I think I probably am going to stick with the original fisted hand, but it's nice to have options here, so it's cool that they included that. But yeah, this is just kind of a quick look. It's a really awesome looking sculpt. Great paint job on it. Really nothing bad to say about this guy. Really, the slight lack of mobility in his arms, not that big of a deal. The head doesn't turn all the way around, but again, that's not that big a deal to me. The actual detail work in the facial sculpt is really awesome, though. You can see kind of his half face, all this weird stuff, his kind of biomechanical eyeball, and then his regular eye. So it's really cool. They've done a really good job with all this stuff. So I like this guy, but again, I'm a fan of the character, so I was really happy to see this guy actually get an action figure, and really happy that it turned out as well as it did here. So yeah, if you can find this guy, I do recommend picking him up. I don't know if he's on Amazon or not, but if he is, I will go ahead and put a link in the description so you can kind of check it out there. And yep, that's pretty much Death's Head 2. Now, if we can only get the original Death's Head, they did release a 3 3/4 inch figure of the original Death's Head. And essentially, the kind of the backstory to this was that original Death's Head was kind of a kind of bounty hunter kind of guy, and he was kind of biomechanical as well. And for whatever reason, he essentially got killed and transformed into Death's Head 2, basically an upgraded version of him. So yeah, really awesome stuff here. That's all the time we've got for today, so thanks for watching. Leave some comments down below. Let us know what you think of Death's Head 2. If you'd like to see something for future reviews, leave that in the comments as well. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up. Share with everybody you can think of. And until next time, we'll catch you later.